Is it possible to hunt Alaska under $3,500? And the answer simply is yes. It's absolutely possible. And this whole concept came to me from a former client and a repeat client who was going out with me in the next couple of years. And he's like, Troy, how do I do this here? I don't think I can afford to do this year after year, with transporter services. And, can you help me figure out how to do this? And I said, yeah, I can. Yeah, for sure. Let me figure that out. And it took me about 2 months to kind of formulate how I wanted to, present this. And it became really obvious how easy it was. And I really just had to look at my own life and how it was for me when I arrived in Alaska so many years ago, back in '92, when the Air Force sent me up into Alaska. And the bottom line is, for the most part, no resident spends even close to $3,500 to hunt. And that's for multiple animals combined. My moose hunts are the price of gas and food, and a hunting license. Now, for a non-resident, I understand that's going to be, you're going to have $850 for a moose license. And what's inspiring me to say this to you right now is, right now I got out of the deep freeze for the winter. I'm actually down here in the wonderful state of Texas, in the heat, and I'm enjoying it. My wife's enjoying it. We just don't like to deal with the winters anymore. We're at that age where we can snowbird and do what we want, enjoy Alaska during the best summer and spring, fall months, and get out of there and get back down to some warmth in the lower 48 and do something new, something different that we haven't done in 30 years. So back to what we were getting at is, it's pretty simple. If you're the kind of person that has spent $5,000, $7,000, $8,000, $9,000 for a transporter service, or you're someone who spent $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 for a guide service, it's really simple to take that money and put it to work for you. And honestly, if you're spending that money, it's gone at the end of the hunt. It's gone before you even go on the hunt. And it's only at the most 10 days that you're going to be out in the field, whether you're dropped off with a transporter or you're hunting with a guide. And you're not going to get that money back. It's gone. If you were to take that money and buy a boat, a used truck, and go hunting yourself, and to at least try and do it, and find some good locations, and put together the practices that I've learned. Doing it yourself is way more gratifying than, having some guide hold your hand. And there's some, don't get me wrong, there's excellent guides out there. There's excellent transporters out there. 95% of all transporters are not hunters. And if they're telling you that they're hunters, understand this: they don't even have time to hunt in Alaska if they're flying, because it's during the hunting season and they're slammed. So you're literally going into locations by a non-hunter pilot dropping you off, and you're hoping for success. Think about that for a minute. And if you're going with the guide service, unless you set up something special that says, I'm not going to take anything less than 60-inch bulls, they're not going to have you sit there the entire hunting season just trying to get you, one hunter, a 60-inch bull. Their whole job and the way of making money literally is get you in, get you successful, get you a bull, and get you out. And get in the next guy, bring him in now. That's how they work. It's how they make their money. It's how they maximize their time. So the whole concept of buying a boat and a vehicle or a raft, if you want to get dropped off, is, it's going to cost a little bit of money, but when you're done, sell it. Sell the raft, sell the boat, the used truck, and you're going to recoup 75% of your money. and get to go on all those hunts and learn a new area. And guess what? You get to hunt that area year after year after year. And this is a repeatable process year after year. And just like normal hunting, you hunt an area, maybe you figure it out. And then you go in the next year and you're like, oh man, this is how it is. You're gonna be sitting there all winter long thinking about the last hunt and where you saw the bulls during that hunt and what you can do this coming year. And you're gonna get on Google Earth and you're gonna strategize how that works. And next thing you know, your buddy's in on it. You're gonna be strategizing all winter. You're gonna be getting your gear list together even better and upgrading your resources, maybe, a better canoe, a newer motor, talking to Fish and Game and just really getting into it. And it's repeatable. And the more you do it, the more years that you do it, the more refined you get. And next thing you know, you've got a hunting location for the rest of your life. And depending on the type of boat that you get, or raft system, or whatever, it's really going to enhance your whole family, because you're going to be able to bring your whole family on these hunts. I got friends that take their whole families and their 5-year-old son and their wife, and they're successful every year. And I actually show those pictures in my training courses. So get past the mindset that you have to go guided. Take control yourself, and implement what I've been saying here. Start wrapping your mind around it, because it's real. It's what the locals do. It's what I've done my whole life. I'm going to say something, and don't laugh, but you, as a non-resident, can hunt Alaska cheaper than I can as a resident. I'm not talking about the animals you got to be guided for. I'm talking about the ones you don't, like the moose and the caribou and the black bear. It's a fact. I got to pay, and the reason why, have you figured out the reason why? Simple. Because I have a $2,700 a month mortgage payment to store my boat and my truck on, and my plane and all my stuff. And you can store that, your truck or boat or whatever, at a storage lot for $180 a month. And all you got to do is it's just a round trip airfare to and from Alaska, which is about $700 to $1,200 a round trip. And how cheap is that? And the boat and the truck or the rafts and the gas you're going to spend and the food you're going to buy, you're not going to hunt alone, so you're going to split that 2 ways. And after all these years of hunting, you're going to sell the boat and the truck and get back a ton of your money. And now how much have you saved? Anyhow, I just want to leave you thinking that. I know I've reset it all about 3 different ways, but it's true. It's true. And if you're interested in learning more, you know where to find me. You've been watching this video. Get a hold of me. I usually leave a link over here in the comment section, up in the description as well. And sometimes I even have a little thing you can push over here, and it'll take you to get some more information that you need. Anyhow, good luck out there. Wrap your mind around it. Love to talk to you. Have a good one.